Hey, what's up you guys? In this video, I will share with you how to create a small application that integrates Ollama and leverages it to do a simple task like finding a song in a list of song titles. So let me start with the general technology that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Ollama. And if you don't know, Ollama is a tool that allows you to download and run open source models on your machine. And the model that I will be running is Llama 3. And from what I can tell, Llama 3 is going to be one of the best models. You can run DeepSeek and several other models using Ollama as well, so you're not just limited to that. In my case, I will be using Llama 3. And I will also use OllamaSharp, which is a .NET package that essentially facilitates the communication from the .NET API to the Ollama API. And another package that I will be using that's pretty critical is Swagger. And Swagger, what it does is manages the API endpoints and facilitates your interaction with those endpoints. I find that there's not a tool that even compares to Swagger because it's so good. So now we can move on to the development. I'll start by installing Ollama in Llama 3. The first thing to do is to download and install Ollama 3. Once you've installed it, pull the Ollama 3 model, and the command is Ollama pull Llama 3. And then you can run the Llama 3 model, which is Ollama run Llama 3. Say Llama several times, Ollama, Llama, Llama, Llama. So there's a ton of features baked into Ollama. But for this video, I will be using their API, and the link to the API is the localhost port 11434 API generate. So if we go back into the .NET API, now that the Ollama API is running, we can install OllamaSharp into our .NET application. The command for that is going to be .NET add package OllamaSharp. Once that's done, we can configure Swagger. And I'll start by installing the package .NET add package swashbuckle ASP.NET Core or ASP.NET Core. Then I will configure the startup file by adding API endpoints, Explorer, registering Swagger, and enabling the use of the Swagger UI. There's other ways of testing the API, but in my opinion, nothing is as versatile as Swagger. And I don't even bother looking anymore. I've used it for several years and it just works. So here's the snippet of code. You're essentially going to add the added endpoints API Explorer function, add Swagger gen, and use Swagger and use Swagger UI. So at this point, the boilerplate code is finished. I can work on the API endpoint, which is really going to serve as the entry point for the application to communicate with the Ollama API. And I'll start by setting up the route, which is going to be API music search. And I'll add the song name as a parameter. Then I'll write the snippet of code that includes the list of the songs, which is going to act sort of as our repository of songs for Ollama to look at. Now we can send the request to Ollama to search for the song name in the list of songs that I've provided. After that, we can parse it, just do a bit of cleanup so that we can read the response properly. And we can check the results at this point. So as I mentioned earlier, Swagger is going to be the best way that I have found to test API endpoints. And so I'll run the application and go to Swagger. So before even testing, it's I thought I'd mention, it's really interesting to have a powerful tool like this available to developers. So let me try to explain why it's so powerful. I'll explain what the typical approach would be without AI. Without AI, you'd have to look for the song name or the search keyword within all of the list of songs, and if there's a misspelling in your keyword, then it's just not going to come up with any results. It's really just prone to so many more errors. For example, imagine mispronouncing a song name in Alexa and always getting no results. It could be really annoying. So to try to compensate for the misspelling would require major effort, and to try to get close to the results that you can get with AI would be an even larger effort, because that's just how powerful AI is. Some places have used, what they'll do is add a secondary column and to the database, for example, and name that column common names, common pronunciation, common titles, something common that would make up for some of the errors. But again, it's just not going to compare using some of these AI models. So as I mentioned, The open source models take care of all of the heavy lifting. Let me show you practical examples of some of the common errors and the response that you're going to get with AI. The list of songs that I've included is Bohemian Rhapsody, Hotel California, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Shape of You, Billie Jean, and Santeria. So for the first example, I'm going to keep it simple, and let's say we want to find a song named Santeria, essentially the exact same name of the song. It'll find it very easily. Now let's say we want to find a song using incorrect spelling, like Bohemian Rhapsody, the way I just spelled it here. I'm going to guess a common misspelling, at least that's how I would spell it. And the AI is going to be able to compensate for the misspelling and find Bohemian Rhapsody in the list of songs. Another thing you can do is, maybe you don't remember a song and you want to, but you remember some of the lyrics. For example, I Don't Practice Santeria, which is a Sublime song. If you send that to the model, I Don't Practice Santeria, it's going to be able to find Santeria as the name of the song. So what a great challenge based on the lyrics you have provided, I Don't Practice Santeria. I'm confident that the matching song title is Santeria by Sublime. Now, this is an even more interesting example. Let's try just searching for the song via the artist. I haven't included the artist in the list of songs. The model is going to be able to decipher that. If you're looking for the song by Kurt Cobain, Smells Like Teen Spirit, it's going to be the one. That is so impressive. I mean, I wouldn't be able to code it by hand. There's things that I'm capable of doing as in software development, and something like that at least falls outside of my realm of expertise. Now, I'm sure you talk to some of these guys that are doing data science, perhaps they might get closer, but this is all very powerful technology that we can essentially leverage into our applications that would not have been possible before, which is mind-blowing. I continue to be so impressed by these models, and especially with some of these local hosted models where you can run them yourself on your MacBook or on a server. You don't have to go through the cloud, which I'm just not a fan of. It's really very impressive. That wraps up this small little app integrating Ollama and Llama 3. I'm working on a YouTube series sharing the process of developing an Alexa music skill that integrates AI to find music in your own personal library. So this is going to be not copyrighted music, but music that you own and you have at your home, the way we used to do it back in the days. So expect more videos where I share the development of this app. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.